Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Welcome to the Life and Transitions Experts channel. Perhaps you're looking at this live from YouTube or maybe on the Facebook group. Either way, we'd really appreciate it if you would hit the like or subscribe if you like the content that I'm sharing, and would love for you to subscribe on my YouTube channel, Life and Transitions Experts, and join the Facebook community because here this community is designed to help folks who are helping folks in their biggest transitions in their life, particularly when there is someone who's passed away and there's estates and issues that need to be settled. We are the real estate lens and experts in that space, helping people come up with viable solutions, as well as providing other tools and services that'll help them navigate the probate process in a more smooth manner. I am in North Carolina, and I focus on Durham County because, as a certified probate expert, specialist, whatever you want to call it, my job to be an expert, to be a specialist, is to be in those places, to learn as much as I can, and to be able to share that with you all. And that's what one thing we're going to talk about today. All right. So you may find yourself a personal representative of an estate, which means that you are responsible for settling the affairs and the debts and things of the estate. And you may have a property within the estate that you are deciding for whatever reason to sell, right? Well, we're going to talk about some of the costs that are associated with that. And let me share my screen so that you all can see what I'm talking about, or so that you can see what I'm talking about, I should say. I think my screen's being shared. All right. So we're going to talk about some of the costs associated with closing. And as that says, how to have the buyer pay the closing costs. So again, we talked about probate being a legal process. There's a lot of things that the personal representative that you're responsible for, and it could be very daunting, including when it comes to property and real estate transactions. And we talked about this before, but there's some reasons why you may want to sell the property that's involved in the estate. Maybe you're paying the debt off. Perhaps you have funds that you want to distribute to heirs. Perhaps it's actually the wishes of the decedent, and it's dictated in the last will and testament. Or perhaps it's to pay some of the attorney fees, as well as paying some of the other costs that are associated. Perhaps there's a surviving spouse or family member or loved one who now decided that the house doesn't fit them, so they want to either downsize or go into a space or community that better fits where they are in life now. But there are many reasons someone might want to sell, and some of the options are to keep it or turn it into a rental or investment property, or as you said, sell it on your own, or perhaps you list it with an agent, or sell it as is for cash. But now, if you do sell it, quite often in traditional real estate transactions in North Carolina, here are some of the costs associated with that: title fees, home appraisal fees, home inspection fees, transfer tax, home insurance fees, escrow fees, loan origination fees. And in North Carolina, according to was it NerdWallet, I believe, I had to double check that, but it's about 1.1% of the total purchase cost. These transactions here, but then, so let's say you have a $200,000 property, you're probably going to pay around $2,000 in closing, or $2,000. Well, now I'm being a little. I'm getting ahead of myself. These are closing costs that are associated, and some of these are paid by the buyer, some of these are paid by the seller. So if you are a seller, where did my screen go? Where did my information go? Oh, maybe I did not add that. Let's see. I got to go to my actual article that I'm creating here. So here, let's see here. So closing costs for the buyer. Now, if you're the buyer, you may have this is based on, there it is, based on 320,000. So forgive me, folks. But let's go there. Let's see. Is it live? Let me see it. Yeah, I just want to see what it looks like on my page. So home appraisal fees around $300, $400. Home inspection $300. Title fees $600. Title insurance, home insurance fees, escrow fees, loan origination. That's going to be on the buyer side. That's not going to be something that, as the representative selling a property, you're going to be responsible for traditionally. On the seller side, you have transfer tax. You have the excess tax. I don't know how to spell it. Pronounce it. Excess tax. I need to look that up. Escrow fees, they can vary. The real estate commission can vary. The average is about 4.6%, and then whatever the mortgage payoff is. And so this is where many folks end up spending about it ends up coming to be about 6 to 8 to 9% of the purchase price that you're actually going to be giving up and having to pay. Now, let's see if we go back to my fancy presentation here that I'll have to update after we get off now that I see that I did not finish it, but that's no worries. The thing is that you can negotiate the cost with your buyer. If it is legal, then it is negotiable, So you can have the buyer pay some of your closing fees. You can split the closing fees. You could even have the buyer pay all of your closing costs. And that's one of the actual benefits of working with a professional home buyer. For instance, we are professional home buyers at Estate Pro Services, one of the many things that we do offer, as I said earlier. So feel free to contact us if you're in North Carolina and you're looking for a home buyer that can pay all the closing costs or help you in other areas of the probate. And if you're not in North Carolina, feel free to reach out. I'd love to help serve. We can connect. We're connected to a nationwide network of vetted professionals. We can put you in contact with the right type of person and really help you do what you're doing. If you are in North Carolina and you're interested in learning more about the probate process and maybe getting some questions answered, there is a free workshop that's held every Wednesday at 12 o'clock. You can scan that QR code or go to stateproservice.com/probate workshop, and they'll get you the right place to register. All right. So other than that, I am going to let you go. And as I've started to say on these podcasts, rising tides, it lifts all sails. Oh, I always say that. I meant to say, let your light shine. That's my new send off. Let your light shine. Life and Transition Expert acronym. Cheers, folks.